Hey big brother, it's time for another diary room, and I've decided to be incredibly annoying and do this the whole time, which is rock my chair sort of to the side and to the back as much as it'll go. Now I'm getting a little out of control, doing some spinnings. Anyway, that's not the point. I guess you're not really interested in my movements, although they are pretty awesome. Anyway, up on the block this week, not really sure. Can't remember if I've done a diary room since I've gone on the block. So let me recap things. I'm on the block, decided to have a group chat with everyone. Main reason of a group chat. There were two ways that it could have went down. It went down my way, luckily. The other way, it was just because Alyssa just did not think about what she was doing. Essentially, what had happened in this game was Alyssa had told me twice, once before she had HOH and once when she did have HOH, that I was not going to be nominated. And what I wanted to do was, in front of everyone, call her a hypocrite and a liar, and I did that. And I wanted her to apologize to me for treating me like crap about Ash all along, when she essentially did the same thing to me. I mean, I think I've been over this before plenty of times. I don't need to harp on it anymore. But she didn't. In case I've talked about this, I'm sorry. Got to give up on the drugs, which is not going to happen. Anyway, I gave her an opportunity to apologize in front of everyone, which if she was smart in playing the game, she would have done, because it would have made her look exceptionally good in this game to apologize to me in front of everybody. Instead, she apologized to me in a private message. So from there, I've sort of been, trying very hard to figure out how I'm going to survive in this game, until the other day when I talked to Aaron after he got out of the refugee camp he was in. He was in Kenya doing work. It just sounds funnier if I say he was in a refugee camp, which he was, but not really. I was talking to him, and he brought up this idea to me that me, him, and Nick K should have a Final 3 alliance, which makes a lot of sense, considering Nick K is not liked by a lot of people now. It's not exactly trusted by Alyssa right now. I can go either way per week, and Aaron is still on that sort of part where maybe he's not completely trusted. And we're three very strong people, and if we agree to do this, we could really get ourselves to the Final 3. So it was my duty, after agreeing with it and thinking it was a great idea, to try to convince Nick K. Since Aaron and Nick K aren't close, it probably wouldn't even come to fruition if Nick K and Aaron were the two that started the conversation. So I did step out, and I tried very hard, and I presented him with a lot of information about Alyssa that was 100% true, that to put doubt in his mind, and I've been continuing to do that today. Essentially, that's our plan. I like to think of us as the axis of evil. The three of us being the three most evil people in this house, the most liars, the most manipulators in this game. And I think if we can get through this week, that we really can make it to the Final 3. And we're at the stage of the game, I like Mandy, I like Tina. We're at the stage of the game, though, where it's like, you got to ask yourself, do you want to make it to the finals, or do you want to be loyal to people? And I want to make it to the finals. Sorry, guys. I like Mandy and Tina, but my original loyalty lied to Todd and Marina, and they're not in the game anymore. So as far as I'm concerned, all bets are off. So we're hoping tonight that with Veto, which, boy, did I ever screw up and not win, that Nick K has it, which puts him in a great position, because Alyssa has told me and told him that she wishes I was safe. She feels bad about things. Which is very stupid. She should want me out, very much so. And Nick K might remove me from the block, which we've talked about, and hopefully he will. And then no one will think it bad upon him, because if everyone wants me to stay, then, take me off, and that'll be a good thing in their eyes. And we're going to try to get Aaron on the block. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Aaron will not, and refuses and says he can't and won't and just dodges the question. Me and Nick like to call it shady weed deal talk. I got into the safe, and I told Nick about the safe. And when I was in the safe, I noticed there was one other person who had friended the safe like me, and that was Aaron. So my assumption is whatever is in the safe, Aaron has. But I get the impression that everyone is supposed to keep a complete and absolute locked lip about this safe. He won't say anything to me. I asked him, and he said he doesn't know anything about the safe. And that's that. But I'm not stupid. I sort of think that he's in the safe, and based on what I've heard in the safe, from the safe, if he has the same power that was used before in the safe, if he goes up on the block and gets voted out, he can come back in and then evict Alyssa, which I think is essentially what we're going to try to do, which would take a lot off of Nick K. It would take a lot of pressure off of Nick K, and it would leave him open to align with us. And then from there on, all we got to do is make sure one of us three wins head of household, goes to the other two who don't have head of household. And sorry, I'm thinking about this safe thing again because it's tricky. I just don't understand why there's so much secrecy. Like, Rob won't even talk to me about a safe. It's his game, and he won't even talk to me about a safe. I've been in it like 90 million times trying to figure out what the hell is going on, and nobody will talk to me. I'm pretty sure Aaron's been in it too, and he says he knows nothing about the safe. It's confusing. It just boggles my mind. But anyway, if there is a power, and I've discussed this with Nick K, not with Aaron, because Aaron won't say anything about it, we think that that's what could go down, and hopefully Nick K sticks to his word tonight and takes me off the block. The problem being, though, that Nick K, he's got to learn to give a little to get some in this game. He holds his cards a little too close at times, and it's worked very well for him at times. But sometimes he should give a little to get a little. And here's a perfect example. If he would have answered me honestly this week when I told him I suspected him of voting Nick D out, I would have kept my mouth shut. I wouldn't have went to Tina and told her what was going on, and then he wouldn't have been exposed. But he's so careful about holding everything in and not revealing anything. So he won't give us a confirmed yes or no on whether he's going to use veto. And it's just, if you want to be in an alliance with somebody, you have to be able to do that. You have to be able to say, look, I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do. This is everything I'm going to tell you, and that's that. I did it to him the other day. I told him to get him to believe me. I told him everything about my game and my strategy. At this point, I have nothing to lose. I could be evicted this week, or I could stay and the three of us could go to Final 3. I don't know what's going to happen. I really hope something with veto is posted soon, because if I'm taken off the block, Alyssa's not going to put Mandy up, and she's not going to put Tina up. It only leaves one other person to put up. And I don't know if there's anything in the safe, because nobody will fucking talk to me about it. But maybe there is. Maybe I'm not dumb. Maybe I figured it all out. And, yeah, could be interesting. I can't wait to see.